What's going on, everyone? Chris from PickDawgz.com here with your morning show. It is Saturday, January 10th, 2026. The college football playoff semifinals are in the rear view. We now have our matchup for the Natty, but today we're looking at a 148 game college hoops card straight down the barrel. We got a big NHL card, a couple of NFL playoff games, some NBA mixed into. Full slate of action. But you know what? I always say it. Whenever I'm hosting, we want to get you guys in and out. So we're going to get you guys some winners here. We're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to cover the day that was yesterday. And we're going to try to put some money in people's pockets today. And speaking of putting money in people's pockets, I got my right-hand man with me, Jay Briggs. How you doing?
What's happening, man? Money making Saturday. What a card, man. College hoops, NFL playoffs, NBA got us some good games today, man. So I'm ready to attack. Looking to bounce back. I did lose last night. I went 3-4. Oregon, that hurt. They got behind the woodshed. And then I had the Lakers too as my top player in the NBA. So I'm looking for a little bounce back. But I love today's sports games, and I got a pretty penny out there today. So I'm looking to do some damage today.
Absolutely. Brian, how you doing today?
Got 2-1 in 4 days in a row, so I'm in a pretty foul mood. But Saturday's card looks awesome. Yesterday, the Oregon Ducks, that was one of my top biggest bets I've made in a while, and I got my ass handed to me. Atlanta Hawks came through. Brooklyn Nets got pounded. Toledo got beat early. Minnesota Golden Gophers lost in overtime. So today's card, definitely a lot out there to make some money, make it right back.
I'll throw this out to you guys. Does this trade make the Hawks a better team? The Trae Young trade.
They were playing better without him.
That's what I mean. So. That's what I mean. Like they were
used to without him. So
Because I said that in my video. I was like, I was on the Hawks, and I stupidly crossed it off my premium list yesterday because I had second thoughts at the last second. But I'm like, it makes, I don't know. They were winning games without him. They were like 18-13 without him this season when he was on the team. So I don't know.
Yesterday afternoon, I gave out -9.5 plus 265.
That's not bad.
On the Hawks.
That was a good show.
I figured it was a spot that they were going to pants them and win by 10 plus. After looking at that line yesterday, so I wish I was able to jam it as a premium because I would have. But it's one of those. I got it up to some. Shared it on social media. Got it to some people. It was just the Hawks spot. They looked real good too.
Speaking of, Rod, how are you doing?
Doing good. It was a 2-3 day yesterday. Got me. I had the Ducks. I figured the team total under. The way Indiana, that defense had been lights out. They hadn't given up more than 21 points in their last 10 games. So got me with the late touchdown there. Was one of my losses. We had Akron, the best college basketball bet. And then I had the Winnipeg Jets to end the streak there as my hockey play of the day. Everybody was too much fade the Jets. I kind of figured Jets looked good against the Oilers.
Oh, they killed me against that. Oh, me and Chris went at it with the Oilers and Jets the other day, man.
Yeah, I was on the Oilers.
I'm so tired of the Jets, man.
The Oilers dominated, right? So the next day I was like, everybody's going to be against these Jets again, and I was like, this is just like a.
I just couldn't do it yesterday. I got my heart broken.
They're so bad.
Oh, they are bad. Oh, so bad.
3-1 lead, and they blew that shit against the Oilers the other night.
Right. So 2 or 3 days looking for a little bounce back myself.
I'm bitter today.
Oh God. Gotta put up with Bittler with a stick up his ass. Winning day for me yesterday. I dropped the college hoops play of the day. I was like, you know what? I want to go Miami, Ohio, and just keep rolling with it because I've been tired of missing out on the train. I'm tired of getting kicked in the nuts and just thinking that it's too good to be true. And they just came out and blitzed Toledo. But I switched and made the switch to Siena, and didn't come through. But that's okay. Come back at it today. Come back at it strong. Like I said, we got a huge day of action today. Before we get into it, though, quickly want to touch on that college football game. Any takeaways from you guys from yesterday?
It's going to be tough on Miami to get through Indiana. That's for sure. I'll be rooting for the Hurricanes, but boy, Indiana's
from a sentimental perspective. Yes, I want to root for Miami, but.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. Jay, any takeaways from?
Nah. Shout out Indiana. I don't know, bro. Just Because see, for me, the reason I liked Oregon yesterday is I liked what I saw from their defense against Tech. So it's I know for a fact Indiana not going to do Miami defense like that. I know that for a fact. But Indiana still is that damn good too, though. You just got to tip your cap to them. So, can they do something magical, man, and really run the table? Like, just run that. So we'll see. We shall see. Still got some time to look at it, but can't wait to break it down and look at it as the week comes along.
Absolutely. And Rod, any takeaways from that game yesterday? I know you, like we were talking about, you had that bad beat with the team total.
That Indiana defense is for real. They're going to be tough to beat for this Hurricane squad. But if anybody can do it, it's Beck. He's the guy that he's come over to. He transferred out of Georgia just for this reason, to win the championship. And he looks real good. Got himself behind a few times for the Hurricanes, and hey, they came roaring back. Give it to Ole Miss in that game on Thursday. But that Indiana defense, I don't know how you're gonna get traction against them. They're just so tough. They bring the pressure, and they make you basically, you're 1,000. You better get the ball out, is what Beck's going to have to do in that game. It's going to be a good one. I'm hoping that the Miami defense is 100% healthy, because we know after that Ole Miss game, there were some guys that were battered and bruised. You got 9 days off to recover and rest. I'm just hoping that they can get 100% healthy, and we get one of those solid, honest, good football games where we're not dealing with injuries on either side. And it should be a good one. But we know we're on the sentimental side, and I'm cheering for the Hurricanes, but Indiana's going to be really, really, really tough to beat.
Javon, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Yesterday was a 2-2 day. Smack with Indiana, of course. Yeah, I mean, the thing about what I say? Did I say Miami or Indiana? It was Indiana yesterday. The day before was Miami first half. So, I swept the board as far as college football went. But as far as the upcoming game, styles make fights. If Miami does what they've been doing, it's going to be a lot closer than what many expect. I know Indiana's juggernaut. I know Kurt Signetti is that guy. I've been rolling with him since last year. Really before that, since JMU days. But look, it looks one-sided because that's what we've seen. But don't think that Miami can't bear down on defense and cause a whole lot of trouble to that Indiana offense, because they can.
I'm just gonna say it right now. Now that he's been denied that eligibility, I'm placing something on Trinidad Chambliss to go first overall in the draft, plus 2,200. That's where I think some value's at. I don't know.
You're muted.
You sound better this way.
Oh, I'm muted.
Yeah, exactly.
0. Sorry, 0 chance.
100%. 100%. He's going first overall. He's going ahead of Mendoza. Mendoza's Tim Tebow 2.0.
How? Did you not see that boy in that pocket last night?
He hits guys like that
too.
I don't
lasted
know. He's
3 years.
good.
I'm not even a Mendoza liker.
I know you're not, but I'm saying
Trinidad
Chambliss. He's him.
True.
Plus 2,200. Easy.
Donation.
I made worse bets. For what he showed since taking over the starting quarterback job for Ole Miss, and what he did in the playoffs, he didn't lose that game. His team lost that game for him, and Miami won it. So, give me Trinidad Chambliss. He's legit. But we'll get into the action for today. Start with college hoops. So like I said, full slate of action today that we're gonna have to break down the best we can, and it starts early. It goes right from the get-go. From 12 o'clock Eastern, we got VCU, George Mason, Kansas, West Virginia, Indiana, Nebraska, Louisville, Boston College, Florida, Tennessee, Florida State, NC State, Miami, Georgia Tech, UConn, DePaul. Then at 1 Eastern, Houston, Baylor, Michigan, Wisconsin, Vandy, LSU, Pitt, Syracuse at 2 Eastern, Georgia, South Carolina, Purdue, Penn State, Duke, SMU, Creighton, St. John's. Let's see, keep going here. 2:15, you got Virginia, Stanford, Marquette, Villanova at 2:30. And we'll stop there. So everything up until 2 Eastern for college hoops. If there's anything else that's sort of in the middle there, definitely throw it out there. Jay, any college hoops that you like early on?
Yeah. I like Tennessee plus the 4.5 against Florida. I think this is going to be. I think Tennessee has a legitimate chance to win this game outright. I think Florida's a little overrated, overvalued based on last season. I was on them in their last game. I was on them. Forgot who they played. Who was that?
Georgia.
Yeah, was that Georgia last game?
Yeah,
I had them against Georgia. Laid the big wood. We cashed. We covered. Fun. Good. All well. Today, I think there's just too many points to lay. It kind of feels sharp chaser special for me today. Tennessee, I think, can come in here and compete. So you can give me up and over a bucket. That's where I want to be. I like West Virginia plus the 3.5 against Kansas. West Virginia is a tough place to go and play, and I don't know if I necessarily trust Kansas laying up and over a bucket on the road, man. So, yeah, give me West Virginia plus the points in that one. I think Kansas a little name brandy in that one. Let's see. Give me Baylor plus the 3.5. Everybody, I know a lot of people tried to jump on Baylor in their last one against Iowa State. Iowa State that damn good, though. I be telling y'all that all the time, bro. Y'all better quit playing with Iowa State. But Houston, I think they could get got in this one. I don't know. I think Baylor shows up here. I would attack Baylor in this spot. I like Vandy against LSU. Vandy is college hoops' best kept secret right now. I kind of want to keep my Commodores to myself right now, man. Ain't nobody paying attention to them, but they might be one of the best teams in college hoops. They finna take LSU behind that wood shit. LSU ain't played nobody, and they on the road. Finna get blew out. I like today's college hoops, man. It's a lot going on here today. Where we stop at?
2:30 Eastern.
2:30.
So it's 1:30 for you.
I fake want to take Duke against SMU. This is I feel like the game SMU let everybody down. It looked like a lot of points, but I think this is one of those games Duke kind of stretches, kind of flexes their muscles a bit. I'm not there, but that is the way I lean is towards Duke. And let's see. All right, if I see something else swing back to me, it's a lot going on in this slot.
Yeah.
Brian, anything you like from this first time slot?
Yeah, normally I try to keep it to one pick per slot, but I think the best plays on the board in college basketball, in my opinion, are going on early today. I agree with Jay with West Virginia plus the points. West Virginia, never an easy place to go for a road team, especially Kansas. They're people know the Kansas the Kansas Jayhawks, their household name. I disagree with them. I like my Florida Gators here, minus the points. Gators, rough start to the season. This team's so talented. And I think at home they start making up the difference like we saw against beating Georgia. I like VCU the best, though, in this time slot, minus the points at George Mason. George Mason, 15-1 record here, but VCU coming off a loss. I think they played a tougher schedule thus far. I think they get it done at George Mason.
Rod, any early college hoops for you?
Yeah, a couple here in the early slot for me. First one I like Hofstra here at home against Monmouth. Don't trust Monmouth here out on the road. Speedy Claxton and company, definitely the better ball club here. 8, I got them by double digits, so I'll lay the 8 there with Hofstra and that one. Another one I like here in this time block of games. I'm looking at Buffalo heading in to take on Ohio. I think Ohio laying 5.5 there at home is just a touch too many. This Buffalo squad's pretty solid. 13-2, 5-1 on the road, 5-1 against the number. I think they can keep it close, if not come in and outright Ohio in that one. So give me Buffalo plus the 5.5 there. Now, I like that SMU and Duke game over. It's been steadily up on the rise. It's up to 159 now, I see in that one. I got it finishing well into the 160s. Both teams can definitely run a gun and score some points. So give me the over, SMU and Duke. And one more in this time slot. Congratulations, Nebraska. You're 15-0 to start the season, but here comes your first L. You're going into Indiana, and everybody's all hyped on Indiana, and I think they continue to roll. It was at 4. It's up to 4.5. I got them winning by 8+ or more. And Nebraska, their first L here today. Give me Indiana and the Hoosiers over Nebraska and company. A couple I like early.
Javon, anything for you from the first time slot?
Oh, sheesh, where do I begin? I stayed away from a lot of these, but look, I'll agree with Brian on VCU. I was going back and forth on it, but the deciding fact of it for me is, it's simple. You look at these two records. George Mason only has one loss. That's not going to last. And with VCU coming off an L in their last game, I expect for them to go on the road, get the job done against George Mason. I love George Mason. They're one of my favorite mid-major teams from way back, but not in this spot. I'm on VCU on that one. Look, it's basically with West Virginia and Kansas. You've seen West Virginia consistently beat Kansas, and this has been for like the last 10 years. And I'm not saying every time, but enough to say that going into Morgantown, you gotta back the Mountaineers. It's really that simple. So with that, I will be on the Mountaineers. I don't like the spread. I wish I was getting a couple more points, a possession, 5.5, 6.5, somewhere like that. Last year's affairs, and this is with a down Mountaineers team. I think they won both of those games. So you're dealing with a Kansas team. Peterson's dealing with a leg injury. He's playing, but he's not. You saw the last game where they went into overtime. He didn't play in the overtime. So he's having some trouble. He's showing grit, but at the same time, I don't want to be on the Jayhawks team who don't have their main guy, one of the best in the country, not fully healthy. So I will be on the Mountaineers in this spot. I'll take a flyer also on Baylor. I think I put him on a parlay that last game against Iowa State. Didn't get the job done. Now they're facing Houston, but Houston is a young team, not consistent enough on offense. Kelvin Sampson's getting them into form, but not just yet. I think Baylor could do something in this spot, so it'll be the home dog Baylor Bears for me.
Yeah, I'm rolling with Northeastern here. I gave Towson the benefit of the doubt against Hofstra at home, and it didn't work. And I'm done with Towson. I think this team's cooked. Northeastern is not a terrible basketball team. They're a lot better than a 5-10 record would indicate. And even then, Towson only laying 2 on the road. They're 0-6 straight up on the road. Yeah, that's not happening with me. Give me Northeastern plus the 2. I'm going West Virginia money line. I think they beat Kansas at home. This just to me feels like the spot where, Kansas, they just lay an egg. They usually have 1 or 2 of these every year. And Morgantown still, like you guys have said, not an easy place to go on the road and win. I think West Virginia takes care of business here. They're 10-0 at home. Granted, a lot of the teams they played haven't been as tough as Kansas, but I think it's just a bad spot for the Jayhawks. So I'll roll West Virginia. Take the points if you want. I'm going money line around plus 140, plus 150. And I'm going UConn. DePaul, Big East play. It's, simple math for me. I get it. They're 3-0 against the spread on the road this season. But when you have a coach in Chris Holtmann that after your team wins back-to-back conference games, which is a rarity for DePaul basketball, let's call it what it is. He comes out and has a press conference and says, someone asks him a question about looking ahead to UConn. He's like, man, I don't want to talk about UConn. Just let me enjoy this. That tells me that that your team is going to get flooded. You're going to get crushed by 40. This DePaul team, the more things change, the more they stay the same. The roster can turn over. Fact of the matter is DePaul's the doormat of Big East basketball. Give me UConn. Extended line. They win this one by 30 plus. We'll move on to the 3:00 games. We'll look at here. We got USF and Tulsa. We've got Kansas State, Arizona State. We've got Oklahoma, Texas A&M, TCU, Arizona, Oklahoma State, Iowa State, Cal, Virginia Tech, Providence, Xavier. God, I'm just scrolling through the card here trying to pick out the big games. You got Washington State, St. Mary's at 5 Eastern. Some decent mid-majors out of Missouri Valley at 6. You got Northern Iowa, Bradley, Belmont, Drake, Arkansas, Auburn, Ole Miss, Missouri, Clemson, Notre Dame, Wake, North Carolina. Probably should have held the 6 o'clock time slot out, but that's okay. And Seton Hall, Georgetown. So we're going to go up to 7 Eastern. So anything from 3 to 7 Eastern. Brian, anything you like in this section of games?
Well, a game that's sticking out to me is the Providence Friars here laying a couple points here against Xavier. Xavier having a rough time of it, 3 straight losses. Providence off of a game where they hung with UConn for the bulk of it, but then just fell short in the end. I think Providence gets it done here on the road.
Rod, anything you like from 3 to 7 Eastern?
For me, give me the not my favorite slot. A couple games here, though, that I like here. First one I'm looking at is I like the over between UC Davis and Cal Poly. No defense played there. 167.5. I think we cruise into the 170s. Also lean to the home dog there, Cal Poly, to grab the win over UC Davis. And then one more I like it. The funky line is was I looking at that? I'm gonna take the Cougars here, heading in to take on take on St. Mary's here. St. Mary's laying 15.5. I think it's just a touch too many points. I think the Cougars can keep it close. I think St. Mary's wins, but I think it's a single-digit win for St. Mary's. I think the Cougars can cover that 15.5. I don't think it's a blowout there. Give me Washington State and one more. Where is it? Give me Oklahoma here, heading into take on Texas A&M. I know you look at Oklahoma on the road, 1-1 on the road this season, but 11-4, a solid basketball squad here is Oklahoma. I know scary place for them out on the road, but they're playing good hoops, and I think you're getting over possession in a game that they can keep it close with Texas A&M, if not outright them. So give me Oklahoma plus the 4 in that one. A couple I like in the early spot.
Jovan, anything you like from the 3 to 7 Eastern slot?
Yeah, I agree with Brian on Providence. Coming off that overtime L that they took against UConn. It's just a bounce back situation against one of the cellar dwellers in the Big East. Just really that simple. I'm on my Hampton boys. It's just a situation where it's too many points for me. They're catching 9.5. Charleston, good team, but I don't think I want to lay it there. I'll take the points. Number 1 team in the nation going into Fort Worth. I gotta take Jamie Dixon's boys. I'll take the points. I'll take the 6.5. It at first glance it looks a little light, being that it's Arizona. Yeah, if it's light, I'll take the home dog in that spot.
I'm gonna roll with. I'm leaning towards Xavier there as well. I'm going to take Oklahoma State plus the 18.5. I know it's Iowa State, but this just, to me feels like 16-point win for Iowa State. I think it's just a touch too many. The problem for me with Iowa State is in conference play so far, they're only shooting 60% from the line. So for a team that fouls as much as Oklahoma State has been, as they have been, if you're leaving points like that on the line, those points can come back to haunt you. And Iowa State, they're going to win this game. I'm not taking Oklahoma State on the money line, but like I said, I think that 76-60, something like that, comfortable win for Iowa State. I think 18.5, too many. I'm also going to take, oh boy, let's go back here. I'm going to take Kent State lay the 9.5. Central Michigan is no bueno, not at home. Kent State, not the same Kent State team that's owned the MAC in past years, but they're still decent enough that they can, win this game by double digits. Central Michigan is just not au fait for me. So I'll take Kent State lay the 9.5 there. And yeah, I'm gonna take UNC Greensboro plus 12.5 against East Tennessee State. I think the Spartans are a better team than 6-10 would indicate. I think East Tennessee State wins, but I think 8 or 9 points. I think 12.5 is too many with UNCG. So give me the Spartans here. Jay,
What you like about Oklahoma State, bro? What is it? Why do you want to play with fire?
I don't know if I stuttered. Sorry. Not playing with fire. You're playing with fire if you're laying 19.5 with Iowa. The team would choose 60% from the foul line.
We might not even need to get to the line on these boys. These boys are fucking garbage, man. It's the fakest 13-2 I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Jay's right.
God. Oh my God. Of course he is.
I missed that one. I should have been on it. Jay's.
Oh, there you go. That tells me all I need to know. I love Oklahoma State now.
13-2 team getting 18.5 points. They played
It's because it's Iowa State.
They
It's
played
because
a
it's
cupcake
Iowa State
schedule.
and Iowa.
I'll let Jay argue with you.
They that damn good, man.
It's exactly the same. They're good. They're not that good.
Shit.
There's not that much of a gap.
I think you forgot, man.
I love
They go
fighting those guys.
stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib, man. Like, they can't put that number high enough. They can't. They can't put it high enough.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I like this line. They're okay State. They're not great State.
That's a good one. Facts, though. Facts. I think Iowa State took the boys behind the woodshed. We'll see. Let's see what else I like in here. I like who said Oklahoma? I forgot who said Oklahoma, but I agree with them.
I did. I like Oklahoma here. I think 4 too many. Texas A&M.
Yeah, I agree with you too. I think they got a legitimate chance to win it outright. This A&M team is not. That's another 12-3 fraudulent team. There's a lot of fraudulent records right now, and I think a lot of people falling for it. I think Oklahoma the better team, honestly. So 4.5 too many. I'm gonna take Oklahoma plus the points in that one. Let's see. I like Arizona State against Kansas State. I just don't think Kansas State's a good basketball team. Arizona State at home, they should get it done. Let's see. How far do we go? Rest of the card?
6 your time. That's where we stopped.
6 o'clock. So we also got. We stopped at 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I like Clemson against Notre Dame. I just don't think Notre Dame's all that good either. I think Clemson up and over a bucket favorite in that game on the road tells you what you need to know. And I like Wake I kind of like Wake plus the points against North Carolina. North Carolina's the better team. They should win the game. I just don't know if I trust them to win it by double digits. It wouldn't shock me if they did. It's not a strong play for me, but I would lean Wake in that one. I just think it's a case too many points. And the reason I think that is I think North Carolina, one of the blue bloods, they just always overrated. Man, I know a lot of people on Auburn today, man. Y'all know I'm fading their ass, man. Woo, pig, suey, man. Hey, you talking about, man? Come on, man. The Calipari boys, man.
Oh, you're crazy, Jay.
Calipari boys, man. I don't even want 2.5. Give me the plus 115. I told y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all again, I do not believe in Lil Pearl. He got to show me he is daddy.
He's got big pearls. Don't you worry about it.
He got to show me.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
his pearls shrunk compared to his dad's.
Yeah, man. They'll be all right, man. Them Calipari boys, though, man, they still near and dear to my heart, man. I'm still on the Arkansas train. Part 2, year 2. I think it's a good plus money opportunity. We'll see. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't make it a premium. I am a little nervous about it, but I do like Arkansas. I will be on them. Not a premium, but I will put a little money on. Tell you like that.
Don't be scared of it. Wrong team favored.
Yeah.
You're trash.
I'm hiding.
All right.
Guys are starting to kill me now.
All right, we'll go on to the final time slot for college hoops. We got Texas Tech, Colorado. We got Alabama, Texas, Maryland, UCLA, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Utah State, Boise State, BYU, Utah, Wyoming, Nevada, and San Diego State, Fresno State to close it all out. Jovan, anything you like here? Rod, sorry.
For me, a couple I like here in this time slot. Some dogs. Give me Mississippi State out of the road heading into Kentucky. I know tough place to come play, but you're going to give me 11 with Mississippi State, who's already 2-0 on the road, straight up 2-0 against that number. Kentucky 6-9 ATS wise. I think they're laying too many. I'll take Mississippi State plus the 11 there. BYU and Utah battling it out. I think too many points there for BYU to be laying on the road. I'll take Utah plus the 13.5. You're giving me there in the home dog. The funky line of the day is Steve Alford and company laying 5. What? Why? Give me Wyoming. They are the better team. Wrong team favorite there now. I don't think Wyoming on the money line. I think they come into Nevada and get the win outright. I like Wyoming as the better team by far. I know, sure, everybody's all worried. They're on the road. I don't care. Steve Alford loves to coach his teams right out of W. So give me Wyoming plus the 5. I also like the money line. So if you're not liking a money line play, grab the plus 5. It's either going to be close or Wyoming's going to blow them out in that one. One more. Where is it? I'm looking at. Alabama laying 12 at home. No thanks. Alabama's not covering 12 at home. I'll take Jay's Texas squad here in this one. I know Texas isn't the greatest team here, but I don't trust Alabama laying 12 in this spot at all. Alabama, you look what they've done cover-wise this season. It hasn't been the greatest. I think Texas steps up here. Can easily get a backdoor cover. Give me Texas plus the 12 heading into Bama.
Jovan, anything you like here from the last time slot?
A couple. UCLA, I'll lay the points there. Both of these teams are coming off of consecutive losses. The only difference is that Maryland's were at home. UCLA's was back east over here. Now they're going west at home. Yeah, given those circumstances, I'll be on the Bruins in that spot. I don't know. I've been going back and forth on this Holy War game, BYU and Utah. I want to say that Utah rises up and does something, but BYU remembers that loss they took last year in Utah. I think they're gonna lay the wood in this one, being road favorites. So yeah, I'll be on BYU reluctantly. I disagree with Rod on that Wyoming and Nevada game. I get it, Steve Alford, and all that good stuff because, these are the spots where he'll give it up. But, yeah, coming off that loss against San Diego State at home, now they're playing at home again. Yeah, I like them to rise up, bounce back in the spot. So I'll lay the points in that one.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, this last time slot's a bit of a doozy. I'm gonna go with Lamar. Lay the 1.5 at home against Incarnate Word. I think they're still living on the notoriety from that cover in that competition against McNeese from earlier in the year, and that outright win at home against McNeese. Fact of the matter is they're still 0-6 on the road. Coming into the year, I thought Lamar was going to be one of the better teams in the Southland to be able to compete, alongside McNeese. They're 7-8 on the year, but they're a much better team than that record, and I think they take care of business at home. So I would just take Lamar money line rather than lay the 1.5. You're not paying much of a difference in that one. I'm going to take 11.5 with Maryland. I do not like this Maryland team, but I like laying double digits with UCLA even less. You want to talk about a coach that'll take himself out of a cover. We've known it, ever since Mitch mentioned it years ago. When Mick Cronin pulls out that clipboard, you might as well just throw your ticket in the garbage. So unless you're on the other side. So give me Maryland there plus the 11.5. And I'm going to take BYU. I've seen nothing from Utah. Aside from it being a rivalry game, I've seen nothing from Utah that makes me want to back them. Even catching a decent number of points at home. They have one of the weakest strength of schedules. They haven't beaten anybody at home. This is a BYU team that's really talented. They're really, really good. I think they have Final Four potential if they get the right breaks. So I'm going to take BYU here. I'm going to lay the 13.5 in the rivalry game on the road. Jay?
Give me love.
I was waiting.
Roll Tide, roll, man. Roll Tide. I don't trust my horns, man. Not right now. I think Alabama, this is a game they get back to regular schedule programming at home, and they have the ability to run teams out the gym, and I think this is one of those where they do it. So, Texas got to show me that they can compete on the road here in conference play. I just don't think they got the horses this season to do it. And I miss coach from last season. What was his name? Terry. I miss him. I lean Texas Tech. It's a small lean. I know I'm asking for a land on the road, but I do still believe in that teams. I do think they are pretty. I do think they are better than Colorado by a pretty good margin. I'm interested to see how they look here on the road early conference play, but I would lean Tech in that one. That's really it for me in college hoops today.
Brian, anything you like here?
Yep, this is the worst time slot here, but I have to disagree with Roderick down there. I like the Kentucky Wildcats here laying the big lumber. Kentucky's off of 2 straight losses in Missouri and Alabama, where Mississippi State's been dominant winners of 6 straight games, covered 4 straight in a row, and this is a ton of points. But Kentucky, I know they don't have to turn it around, but I think this is a spot where you see close to a 20-point win. I'll take Kentucky. They've owned 9-1 straight up against Mississippi State and 8-2 against the number faced in Mississippi State. So I'll take the Wildcats here.
All right. Does it for college hoops. Anything you guys might have missed? I'll start with Jovan. Anything you might have missed from maybe the earlier time slots that you wanted to go back to, or you're good with where you are?
There was one. I can't remember what the hell it was though. That's the problem. So hold on.
148 games. I think we're all allowed to forget it. Brian just forgets it because he's old. But
yeah, I'm old. I can 2 minutes after I think about something, I'll forget it. If I walk out to
Monmouth.
It was another one, but I do like Monmouth. I'll say that. I know Rod said that he likes
I like
likes
Hofstra there.
Hofstra.
Speedy
But
Tax and Company.
Hofstra's his
Stomp
team,
'em.
so
That's my team. So
yeah.
it's always been my team.
But no,
I've always been
I
there.
mean, Hofstra's the better team. The far superior profile. I just with Monmouth, I think they on the cover run. I'm not sure, but I'm just looking at the number. What was it, 8.5 last time I checked? Yeah, I would have to be on Monmouth in that one.
It's come down a little bit. I think
it
it's
was
7.5 now.
7.5. Yeah, so
Yeah.
but there was another one. Get back to me because I'm gonna try to find it.
Jay, any college hoops maybe from the earlier portion of the card that you missed, or something we talked about that you wanted to go back to?
I would lean Mississippi State against Kentucky. Mississippi State good. I had them just the other day. Who they played the other day?
They ain't good. You're imagining things.
Oklahoma, yeah, they beat the hell out of Oklahoma the other day. I had them in that game. They was like 1.5, and I think they blew them out. I'm interested to see him on the road, but I don't know. I think you paying the Kentucky tax in that game. That's all I'm saying. Give me Mississippi State. I think they compete. That's it. I agree with you too, Chris. Give me UConn. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. The pause hats.
Brian, anything you like here?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the Marquette Golden Eagles. They burned me against Xavier the other night, but I think Villanova's a fraud. That's one of those fraud records where they 12-3 on the year. I'm not buying the Wildcats. I think Marquette. I know it's only one win, but I think they'll start putting it together, at least get a little bit respectable here. So I'll take the points of Marquette at home. I think they win outright.
Rod, any college
Yeah, the
hoops
bailout.
you missed, or you want to?
Bailout game that I missed. Give me Fresno here. We're getting 15 against San Diego State. I don't trust the Aztecs laying 15. 7-1 at home, only 3-4 against the number. I think it's too many. I think Fresno can easily scoop up the backdoor cover and keep it close there. So late night bailout game. Give me Fresno plus the 15.
Just be chill, bro. Just chill. It's like 150 some games today, man. It's a great college hoop.
Back in the day, we used to do 3 hours. By the
Yeah.
time we were
College hoops, man. That's a good
We used to
card.
do it in the blocks, like 1 o'clock time slot, 2 o'clock time
Yeah.
slot, 3
So,
o'clock time slot.
So we've done this in 3 time slots. 10 minutes time slot ain't bad.
Yeah, that would make a man out of you back in the day, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
The college basketball.
And even then, Brian still doesn't become a man.
All right. We'll see when Oklahoma State gets pounded into the ground today.
Okay. Yeah.
I do agree with you on that, bro.
Both of them look foolish in lack vision tomorrow. Jovan, did you find the one that you were looking for?
Yeah, I just found it. And it was actually going to be a premium. Did I put it? No, I don't think I put it in. But anyway, Ohio. It's going to be Ohio. Buffalo hasn't played anybody. So that record that they have is fraudulent, I believe. You look at these two teams when they do get together, it's been Ohio. I looking at the statistical profile of these two teams, yeah, it's Buffalo, but like I said, they haven't played anybody. And the Bobcats, they're starting to get it in gear. It's MAC action. You know what it is. Ohio pounding. Woodshed time.
All right. Here we go. All right, we'll move on to the NHL. Got full slate, 14 games of action there.
Don't you think it's a crappy hockey card for being as many games as there are today? To me, all of these games are
It's not terrible, but it's not the best one we've ever had.
minus 200, minus 200, minus 1.
Yeah.
I hate this.
We got, starting at 1 Eastern, the Bruins and the Rangers. We got the Calgary Flames and the Pittsburgh Penguins. We got the Stars and the Sharks. We got the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Colorado Avalanche. We got the Lightning and the Flyers, the Red Wings and the Canadiens, the Kraken and the Carolina Hurricanes, Florida Panthers and the Ottawa Senators, the Vancouver Canucks and the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Anaheim Ducks and the Buffalo Sabres. We got the Islanders and the Minnesota Wild, the Blackhawks and the Predators, the Golden Knights hosting the Blues, and the Oilers taking on the Los Angeles Kings. We'll start with Jay. Anything you like here?
Yeah, give me the Oilers money line against the Kings. You could probably just take them regulation if you want to cut the price down a little bit. I just don't like the spot for the Kings coming off a pretty significant homestand. They just got beat up yesterday by the Jets. I'm mad at myself for not having the Jets as a premium yesterday. It was just me and Costi on the show yesterday, so I had to do hockey by myself. And I told y'all, Jets, Jets. I should have added them as premium. I'm mad at myself. But we'll fade the Kings again. Give me the Oilers. I think it's a good little spot for them at home in this one. I'm going to fade the Romanellis. I'm going to take the Minnesota Wild coming home. We've already seen the Wild beat the Islanders once this season. It's the only other time they'll play. I just think them this sizable of a favorite. They've been pretty dominant at home. They miss home, been on the road a ton. I think it's a good spot for them coming home to do some damage. Like Brian said, it's a lot of lumber to lay in hockey today. Like I like the Hurricanes. Let's see. I like I fake like the Maple Leafs. I like the Stars against the Sharks, even though the Sharks kind of been hot. The Stars finally ended their losing streak. I think they get back to regular schedule programming. And then I don't think you can go wrong with the Avalanche either, even at minus 300. Like if you got the money to pay up for it and you want to pay up for it, I think that's a good one to pay up for unless you're putting it in a parlay or something. No way I think they lose to Blue Jackets. That's all I'm saying. So I like a lot of big favorites in hockey today. So that's my thoughts.
Ryan, any hockey for you?
Crap card, but I have to pick one out. I'll take the San Jose Sharks plus the 1.5. The puck line 17-6 at home in the puck line. It's not like Dallas is playing great hockey. I know they got a W, but and they beat them twice this year so far. I have the Stars, but I think this one stays within a goal. So I'll take the Sharks.
I'm gonna blow them out, Brian.
They might.
Rod, anything you like here?
Yeah, a couple I agree, but I'm going to take the Sharks on the money line. I think they outright Dallas there in that one. When you look Dallas after scoring 3 goals or more in 4 straight games, well, guess what? They're 1-6 this year. So give me the San Jose Sharks on the money line in that one. Sharks, after playing a road game, been pretty good this year, 13-6. So give me the Sharks value play. You can't fade Colorado at home here. I think you take Colorado minus 2.5. They're just that much better squad. I think you can take the team total over. I think they easily get to 3 here. I think if you want to find a 4.5, I think they get to 5. Columbus's defense is awful. I don't like this price you're getting the Ducks at a plus 130. Not good enough. I like Buffalo there in that spot. Buffalo at home. Grab a win. Take Buffalo in regulation. You look at Carolina here. I think there's just too much of a big giant plus price. Carolina, after scoring 3 goals or more in 5 straight games this year, they're 0-5. So I'm going to take a shot there with the Kraken. Smoking the Kraken on a Saturday. Nothing wrong with that. I'll take them. Nice plus 260, worth a shot in that one. And then Ottawa, the issues they got going on is just not good. I got to go with Florida there in that one. I can see Ottawa's favored, but they got goalie issues. They got locker room issues. They've got big issues in Ottawa. Where'd Olmark go? Anybody see him? We'll just leave it at that, where he went. His wife might be looking for him too as well. So definitely will be fade in Ottawa for a little bit. And then later action, look at the Blues. Woo! Plus 220, right? Back-to-back spot. Bennington gets the start. It was Holfer yesterday. Give me the Blues there in that one. Bennington's going to have something just to play. And I don't trust this Vegas squad the way they've been playing. Nothing like the Blues to come in a back-to-back spot to bust up your parlay. Ever do you in Vegas there, knowing the Blues are ass. But I think here on the back-to-back spot, one of those spots that Benny stands on his head and makes up for his last beat downs. He's got to get warmed up. For me, I think that Bennington just loses focus. He's maybe he's got a bout of ADHD because he just seems like he doesn't have interest in things, and he needs to have something to be focused on for him to keep going and win games. And it just doesn't look like he's got it. He's like, my team sucks in front of me in St. Louis, but I think this is one of those spots he needs to shut out the noise that people have been bugging him about. And I think he steps up. I'll take a shot there with St. Louis. That's it for me on the hockey.
I'm gonna say this. There's one thing that I saw when I was hearing all this issues with the Ottawa Senators, and it was
yeah, that same look.
That's the same look that I've had. And yeah, I think Florida gets it done here. There's just too many problems going on with Ottawa to think that to have a good feeling about this team. Allmark. I thought it was just an off-ice issue with him personally, but now it all makes sense. And there's a disaster going on with this team right now. So Florida Panthers, they're a better team than what this line indicates. And I think that the Ottawa Senators, I don't trust their goaltending without Allmark. So give me Florida in that one. And give me Montreal here, at home. The Detroit Red Wings are playing well, but they play a lot better at home. Montreal's on a roll. They've won 4 of the last 5 against Detroit, so I'll stick with the Red Wings in that one. We'll move on to the NBA. Decent size card. Oh no, that's not it. There we go. We got the Cavs laying 4.5 at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We got the Indiana Pacers catching 7.5 at home against the Miami Heat. The Pistons laying 5.5 on the road against the Detroit Pistons. We got
Clippers.
Bulls laying 2.5 at home against the Dallas Mavericks. The Spurs and Celtics basically a coin flip. This line keeps going back and forth, ping-ponging all over the place. Right now, it's looking like Spurs favorite or on the road by a point. And the Jazz catching 4.5 at home against the Charlotte Hornets. Brian, any of these NBA games do anything for you?
Yeah, it's a tough card today, but I'm going to go with I'm back on my Clips, LA Clippers plus the points against one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, the 28-9 Detroit Pistons. Clippers have really started turning around, winning 8 of their last 10 games, and they've been a cover machine. Also, 7 of the last 10 covering the number. Detroit Pistons, 3 straight covers. This line just seems a little bit light for how good the Pistons are. So I think the Clippers can keep this within 1 possession. I'll take LA plus the points.
Rod?
Over here in the NBA's card, I like the Pacers here plus the 7. Shooting pretty well. I know they're only 1-9 straight up, but covering some numbers here. I don't trust the Heat laying 7 here on the road, so give me the Pacers plus the 7. And I like the Clippers here in the spot, getting 5.5. Cunningham's questionable in this spot. Clippers are starting to pick up their play. I know Detroit's been just rolling along, but get 5.5 here with the Clip. I'll take them there. And then the House of Disappointment out on the road. I'll take the 5 there. I don't trust Cleveland here laying 5 at home. Minnesota getting 5 is the way I want to be. I'll take the fade the Cavs. I don't want to lay anything with the Cavs in that one. And the late night, I've been riding Charlotte a little bit, but I don't want to lay 5 with Charlotte out on the road there against the Jazz. Give me the Utah at home. Look at their number. They've been getting 13-7 against that number. Charlotte have been hot, but on that nice little 8-2 cover run. But laying 5? Nah, they've been usually getting 5 or more. Don't trust it there. Give me the Jazz at home as the home dog.
Javon?
Yeah, I'm on Minnesota. These two teams played a couple nights ago in Minnesota. Minnesota took it home. You would say flip-flop, but I'm not going to flip-flop here. I just can't lay it with the Cavaliers. What is it, 4 straight non-covers in their game, on 4 against the spread the last 4. I can't rock with them. They're going to have to show me something. No AD.
No AD.
That's true, Jay.
Yeah.
No AD,
No.
right?
Yeah, he out.
Ligament, thumb, whatever it is. Yeah, I'll be on the Mavs. Addition by subtraction, at least in this one game spurt, or whatever, against a Bulls team who I have no confidence in to do anything except for give up a boatload of points. So yeah, it'll be the Mavericks for me.
Yeah, the only one I'm going to roll with here is the Pacers plus 7.5. This to me just feels like a spot where maybe Miami plays with their food a little bit. The Pacers are much more competitive at home, plain and simple. And with all these guys that are listed as available for the Heat, we're going to have to see who ends up going here. But I don't know. I just feel like 7.5 is too many for what to me just feels like a 4 or 5 point game. So I'm going to roll with the Pacers here. Plus the 7.5. Lean towards the Hornets for me just because, Lauri Markkanen being out is a big deal for the Utah Jazz. I know this is a team that still covers a lot of numbers at home, but Charlotte, as long as they're healthy, I think can take care of business on the road here, especially with an undermanned Utah team. So give me the Hornets in a lean. Jay?
Give me the T-Wolves plus the points in this one. Cleveland, worst ATS team in the NBA, bro. I know it's a bounce-back game at home, quick revenge spot, but what are they? 3 – hold on, let me tell you what they are. These boys are
6-16 ATS at home.
6-15 as a home favorite. Oof. Like money on fire. So keep an eye on the injury report. Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle are a game time decision, but still lean T-Wolves. Give me the Pistons against the Clippers. A little revenge game for the Pistons. Kay Cunningham is game time decision, but Clippers, I think, back to being ass, I think, personally. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Killing me.
At home, you could look at them. On the road, though, I don't trust them. I know they just beat up on the Nets, but are we pounding our chest about beating the Nets? They come in here and beat the Pistons, then I'll give them some credit. But for now, the Pistons in the revenge spot. I'm going to have to rock with them in this one. Give me the Mavs with Jovan. No AD, no problem. Actually, is like he said, addition by subtraction. Get his ass up out of here. Mavs should have traded them when they had the chance. Here's the thing. Does anybody and their mama care about the Bulls tonight at home? No. I don't even know if anybody gonna be in the arena. Everybody gonna be ready for them Bears tonight at home against them Pack. So it's like just a little sleepy spot to take the Mavs. One thing I've been doing is fading the hell out the Mavs. It is a scary bet because the Mavs are 0-9 their last 9 games ATS on the road. They're 1-8 straight up last 9 on the road. So Mavs been god awful on the road, but I can see the whole world on the Bulls today just continuing to fade the Mavs, no AD, and the Mavs sneak one out. The Bulls have been terrible as a home favorite as well this season. I think they're just 3-6, I want to say, straight up. Something like that. 4-6 straight up, 3-7 ATS is what it is for the Bulls at home. So sneaky, sleepy spot. Take the Mavs. Bro, based on what? On what? This shit disrespectful. Give me the Celtics, bro. I understand they're on the back end of a back-to-back. And I understand they didn't cover yesterday, but dog at home? One can still argue they're the better team overall. This is just disrespectful. This line just disrespectful. I'm taking the Celtics on this one, bro. I don't care about no back-to-back. I don't care about none of that, bro. Spurs got to show me. If you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. I know they beaten the Thunder in a couple spots. Shout out to that, man. But you got to show me you can walk into the Garden and beat the Celtics. And expect it to win in the Garden over the Celtics, man. They going to show me. Give me ball. And last but not least, give me the Utah Jazz. I've been riding the Hornets. Hornets been one of my favorite money-making teams this season. No marketing, no problem, man. Utah, I don't trust a lot of teams laying multiple possessions in Utah. That's just what it is. So I can't add Charlotte to that list. So if they do it, hats off to them. But I think this is a spot I still want to stay on the other side and grab the points with the Jazz.
All right. We'll head to the final part of today's card. NFL playoff action, 2 games on the board. We got the Carolina Panthers catching 10.5 at home against the Los Angeles Rams, and the Green Bay Packers laying 1.5 on the road against the Chicago Bears. So, Rod, anything you like here for these 2 NFL?
Ooh, tough games. Give me the under Green Bay, Chicago. I think it's a lower scoring one. It's cold, it's crisp in Green Bay. I think we see a lot of running of the football. What the Bears do, you control the clock. What you want to do, you don't want to get into a shootout, and it's going to be too windy for one of those shootout games here in Chicago. So I like the under 44.5 there. With a lean to the Bears, I haven't trusted Love all season, and you look what Green Bay's done on the road. They're a coin flip at best. Chicago wants to make up for getting doinked, as they said last year in the playoffs. Doink off the post and again punted out. So been on the Bears a few times this season, riding them along. So bear down, Chicago Bears. I'll take the Bears at home in that one. And then another one I'm looking at is the Rams here. I'm going to take the Rams in the first half. I think they get up to a hot start. Sure, they fumbled their way into the playoffs here, as everybody's alluded to. They weren't playing the greatest football. But of course they weren't. They kind of fumbled and bumbled their way here into this spot. They didn't want to have to face the Eagles. Hell no, they didn't want to have to face the Eagles. So, of course, they let some of those games fly by the wayside late in the season just to kind of drop down into the spot to take on Carolina. Carolina's a scrappy bunch, land 10 by any team. I don't think any team has ever covered this many giant number on the road in the playoffs in a long time. You'd have to go way, way back for a favorite laying double digits on the road and getting the cover. So full game, it was kind of leaning to the Carolina gets the cover, but I like the Rams here in the first half. I think they come out hot, and they're just too much the better offense. Still think we see some points here in this one as well, but I'll take the Rams first half and the under in Green Bay and the Bears.
Jovan, anything you like for these 2 NFL?
Looking at this first game, funny game given the circumstances. Carolina, catching a boatload of points as a home team. It's just a situation for me, at least, where I'm not going to go into this touching anything. I want to see what the score is at halftime and move accordingly. I think that Carolina can keep it somewhat close, and if they do, then unload on the Rams. That's how I see it, really. Maybe you'll catch a better line with that one. I'll give you a reference point. For Carolina, last game that they played against a formidable team, Seattle, a couple weeks ago, they went into the half tied up 3-3, 6-6, whatever it was. Second half, it was all Seattle. So, you're looking at a Rams team who, defensively were kind of shaky, giving up a boatload of points or a boatload of yardage on the ground. So I want to see how they handle themselves against a running team like the Panthers. There was a boatload of points scored in that first game a little over a month ago. Maybe you want to take an over, because neither of these defenses have been looking all that well. So if you want to take an over pregame, take an over. But I will be going to this one at the half and watching, seeing if I can get a better line with the Rams for the second half.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Panthers plus the points here. I just think this is gonna be a competitive game. Honestly, I think that the Panthers get a lot of focus for being the 8-9 team coming into the playoffs, but usually these double-digit road favorites in the playoffs, they're in for a bit of a battle. We've seen it a couple of times in recent years. I just think that the Panthers show up. I think that they're the dangerous team that has nothing to lose. The pressure's on the Rams here to go out and deliver with one of the best offenses in the NFL this season. And I think that Carolina maybe keeps them within a score. Plus 460, maybe worth a look, maybe. But I'm going to take the Panthers here, plus the points in this one. Jay?
Give me the Rams. The Rams. And it's just the revenge angle. I know. Historically, laying double digits in the playoffs, you're asking for it. I know. But in that same breath, bro, like the question you got to ask yourself is, do you think Stafford gonna play nearly as bad today as he did in that first game? And do you honestly trust Bryce Young to dice up this Rams defense the way he did in that last game? And I don't. I think that last game, two things happened that, were anomalies. Bryce Young's not going to have 3 20-yard touchdown passes in this game. And I don't think Matthew Stafford, who was one of the best quarterbacks all season, is going to play nearly as bad. So I also think, the books are really good at their jobs, man. And the Rams are this sizable of a favorite on the road for good reason. Like, the Panthers are an 8-9 football team. That's what they are. And their only way into the playoffs was because their division had one of the weirdest alignment anomalies there was. They had a chance to win and get in. They lost to the Bucks, who had lost 7 straight games. That's who the Panthers are. The last game we saw them play, they lost to a Buccaneers team that had lost 7 straight. So, man, I'm on the Rams in this one. History's not on our side laying this many points in the playoffs, but trends are meant to be broken. Everything isn't found on paper, and I just think this is one where you see the Rams kind of run up the score a little bit. Give me 31-10 Rams.
Brian?
Yeah, I gotta 100% agree with Jay. Pretty much everything he said. I talked to a lot of guys, and one of the biggest squares in the world is so high on the Carolina Panthers today. I think they're fool's gold. The Rams are head and shoulders better. Carolina maybe another year away. It's nice that they made it, but I think the Rams have been playing down the last couple of weeks. It's a revenge spot from November where they got beat. People see that and say, oh, now I can get 10.5 with Carolina. I'll take the Rams. They're going to crush them today. Won't even be close. And then I got Caleb Williams to score a touchdown anytime and Musgrove anytime.
All right. That does it for the card today. Managed to get through it. Spent 40 minutes on – didn't mean to do that. There we go. 40 minutes on college hoops, and we blew through everything else. But doesn't mean that we don't love plays on the board today. All of our best bets, you guys know, you can find at PickDawgz Premium. Jay, what do you have on the board for everybody over at PickDawgz?
Man, I've been red hot, y'all. I'm number one at PickDawgz the last 7 days. Number one since the turn of the calendar, since 2026. I am coming off a losing day, so I'm looking for a bounce back. But I really love today's card. I have my big play in the NFL today. I did not talk about it whatsoever. So I got a play in that game. It's in the Chicago Packers game. And a lot of you think I'm just an outright Bears hater. You might be right, or you might be wrong. If you want to know where I'm at in that game, I have a really pretty penny. Scoop it up over at PickDawgz Premium. I have 3 plays in college hoops today. I've hit 7 in a row in college hoops. So I'm looking to keep it rolling, looking to go make it 10 straight in college hoops, man. I really, really love what I got in college hoops today, including my big play. And I have 2 behind the woodshed blowout winners. So 3 plays there. And then, of course, I'm active in the NBA. As of right now, I have 1 play there, but I'm likely going to add 2 more. So I got a pretty hefty card on a Saturday. Best thing to do is to hop on something long-term. Pair me up with one of the other guys, man, and let's make this a really good weekend, a really good Saturday. So, again, I've been red hot. Just looking to keep my momentum rolling forward. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Brian, what do you got going on over at PickDawgz Premium?
Yep, off a crap day yesterday, but I'll tell you what, I think Packers and Bears has one of the easiest money-making opportunities I've seen all year. 61% on the season in the NFL, ranked number 1 at PickDawgz.com. That's my titanium play for today. 76 and 38, 67% winners on those titaniums. Go pick up that Bears-Packers winner at PickDawgz.com. Pair me up with any one of these guys or all of them and have a fantastic month, week, or day. So definitely check it out at PickDawgz.com.
Definitely check Brian out over at PickDawgz. Rob, what do you have going on over at PickDawgz Premium today?
I'm over PickDawgz Premium today. Got a good old mix. I've got an NHL bottle rocket play over there for you. We crushed it yesterday with the Jets, so looking to go back-to-back there in the NHL. I've got my college basketball gold star play of the day. We're on a nice college basketball 22-8 run there in college basketball side of things. NBA, I'll have an NBA gold star play up there as well. We're on a nice 14-7 run in the NBA. And then we got some NFL up for you as well. All these sports have been winning runs since Christmas. We're on a 57-34 all sports run since Christmas. So definitely been hot as the calendar turned into 2026. So now's the time. All these sports overlapping. Grab a long-term pass or take advantage. I'm not the only handicapper you see over at Pick Dawgz. Take advantage. 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 4 for 1. Pair us all up. Let's have ourselves a big winning weekend together here. Loving the sports cards. So definitely jump aboard. Lots of action for you over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Looking to stay hot.
Definitely check Rod out over at PickDawgz Premium. Jovan, what do you have going on over at PickDawgz today?
Got a boatload of college basketball action, starting with a 3-pack for the noon time slot and followed by a 5-pack in the 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock time slot. 23-9 run for college basketball. Haven't had a losing day yet in 2026. Last 2 days have been even days, so looking to keep the winning going for today. We'll have a couple, maybe 1 or 2 NBA plays on deck as well. Have a prop play and a side play in these 2 NFL wildcard matchups. So check me out. Jump on something long term.
Definitely check Jovan out over at PickDawgz Premium today. For me, I'm still putting plays in. This might be the biggest card I've had in my entire time at PickDawgz. I love today's card. So this is the best time to hop on a long-term pass. You don't have to play every single play. These are just plays I like the most. But coming up today, we're still on a 68% run across our last 35 in the NHL. Seeing the college board really well today. Got a couple of NFL plays on there as well. Gave out the Panthers, but if you want to know where I'm at on that Bears-Packers matchup, you can definitely check that. I'm going to have that up for sale. So definitely keep your eyes peeled. If you're looking to ride with me today, I'm going to have a play on the board very, very shortly. But you can find that over at PickDawgz Premium. Pair me up with any of these guys. We're going to make you money on today's card. I can tell you that. Like I said, there's a lot of action, but all these guys, myself included, we're all seeing the board well right now. And I think that can definitely make you some money today. But an hour and 12 minutes later, we finally hit that part of the show.
Parlay. Saturday, it be like that, man. But it's parlay. Do it.
Jay, what do you got for a parlay?
Let's do it, man. Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let's see how I want to attack this. I'm gonna go with the West Virginia straight up on the money line against Kansas. We'll go. I want to get y'all. I want y'all to make some money today. So give me West Virginia plus money against Kansas. Give me Marquette money line at home against Villanova. NBA, then we're gonna take the Pacers money line at home against the Heat. And then give me the Mavs money line against the Bulls. 4-teamer. All dogs. Woo. Let's shock the world. Let's see what happens.
Brian?
Yeah, I like that one, Jay. I'll take the Florida Gators laying the points, Providence Friars minus the points, and the LA Clippers plus the points.
Rod?
We're going to take Wyoming plus the points, Florida Panthers money line, And throw in the Pacers plus the points. A little mixed sport.
Jovan, anything for you?
I'll give out 3 two-teamers. VCU, match it up with Hampton University. That's the VA Connection two-teamer. West Virginia, match it up with Baylor. And then TCU, match it up with BYU.
All right, give me the Blackhawks money line. I'm going to go for nice plus money parlay, but I'm going to try to flip it around a little bit. Blackhawks money line. Let's go Villanova extended line minus 9.5. Marquette's terrible. Shock is horrible. This team's cooked.
They're crazy.
I'm not trying to crap on people's parlays, but seriously, I can't stand Shock is smart. I'm buying into Villanova. So Villanova minus 9.5. And give me the Kraken money line as well. Why not? If you want to, if you're not buying into Villanova like I am, that's fine. Just stick with the 2 hockey teams. Kraken money line, Blackhawks money line.
One more for me. Woodshed parlay. I'm gonna go.
Oh God.
2-teamer. We're gonna go Rams later points, and then give me love. Roll Tide roll.
It's gonna be a good day. You can sit on your couch from 12 noon until 1 o'clock in the morning and watch football, playoffs, basketball, college basketball. It's gonna be awesome.
2-teamer Panthers parlay. Florida Panthers, Carolina Panthers. Bye, Rams.
Yeah, Rod's true.
Bye, Rams.
I'll tell you what. I'll walk up to your house if the Carolina Panthers win. That's 0.
All right.
Zero.
I'll take the Panthers. There we go. Panthers money line. Got to do it.
Not happening.
Florida Panthers, Carolina Panthers.
I ain't mad at it, Rod. I ain't mad at it. Honestly, I ain't mad at it.
Carolina's not winning. Come on.
Carolina. Woo.
I'm smoking that Seattle.
When did Brian become Mr. Favorite?
I told you he was smoking Kraken Saturday. Come on.
He must be. There's no way that happens.
Good Lord.
I'd have a better chance
right,
getting
well,
lucky on
make sure that you check out
Carolina does winning. That's for sure.
Make sure you check out everyone's content over at PickDawgz. We've all got something over at the channel. We've all got stuff going on. Jay's got the jam session. Brian, he's got his stick to the bank player. Rod's got an underdog player, usually an NHL play of the day. Jovan has his extendo clip. I'm going to have the wraparound parlay up very, very soon. Give you guys a couple of play states. Just such a big card that, as much as I want to cover the whole card, it's not the best one, like Brian was saying. There's a lot of juice out there. So I'm going to give you guys a parlay that I really like for the NHL today. So you can definitely check that out. But Jay, any final words before you head out of here?
Money making Saturday, man. Let's stay hot. Let's kick the crap out of the books. I'll see y'all tomorrow,
Brian.
Chop, chop. Go Gators.
Rod, anything for you? Any final words?
Have yourself a good day, everybody. Definitely don't smoke any crack. But we're betting the Kraken today, so let's do it. Go Kraken.
Jovan, anything for you? Any final words?
Yeah, let's get this money in. We'll be back here tomorrow. Same time, same dog channel.
Let's make it a winning day. Appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. Got the best sports community, the best community in all of sports betting on YouTube. And we appreciate each and every one of you. And we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning with a lot less games to talk about. But thank you guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon.